Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour. We have we're just trading sideways here at the moment. Again, still above our old resistance, new support, which is obviously good to see, consolidating above this level. We did get the breakout of the of this potential bull flag. We did then get an initial pump, and then we just got a retrace, and we just held back down there. That pretty much just play into my general weekend sideways thesis. Obviously at the moment with such a strong trend, I wouldn't have been surprised to see us basically pump up well above 40k, even with it being a weekend. But nonetheless, I'm still not surprised to see it just trade sideways as I usually look for at the weekend. Yeah, all good there with Bitcoin consolidating at the high above resistance. Our next target is up here. It's quite simple. Just watching the levels on Bitcoin at the moment. You just have your upside targets, and then if we lose any of these levels, we just look to backtest the previous level. So to the downside, if we lose about 38k, then we initially have this area about 35k. And then, well, it's not a lot of difference, is it really? But about, actually, we can probably call this like nearer 36k, between 36 and 35. And then we've got between, about 33k, and then all the way down to 30k. So they would be the levels to watch for bounces, reaccumulation, and just potential then reverse and back up again if we do break the levels. But yeah, it's just a case of it is just a case of a game of the levels. Maybe at some point we'll come and back test this trend line, but I'm thinking of deleting it. We kind of haven't respected it much since this point. In fact, actually, let's get rid of it. It is a little bit of a mess. It was obviously well respected here and here, and since then it's not really had much play. So yeah, there we go. Looks a lot neater now. Well, I think so anyway. But yeah, so all good, all looking good for Bitcoin. Let's go over to check out some of these altcoins. I'll just quickly show you silver here. Silver got whacked. It's great to see what they do with precious metals, the JP Morgan manipulation. And all that cool stuff. But as you can see, we were looking pretty good, and then they whacked it. So it is not a problem. It is not a problem. Anyone can just buy more or accumulate more or do whatever they want. You just got to take advantage of these pullbacks. Yeah, that is silver. That's not what I did mean to look at though. DXY. DXY again having that bounce back that we were potentially looking for. Just when the whole market is saying dollar down, and we have come down quite a lot. I mean, it's like, who is left to sell? I don't think this is going to change the whole trend. But realistically, we could aim for even nearly around the night. We could even aim for wicks into the 92 level, and then get rejected from there, and then come back down. So yeah, keep an eye on that, because this could potentially bring Bitcoin down a little bit, and precious metals, I think precious metals are quite heavily manipulated, so I do think they see this move in the dollar and then take that as an opportunity to then whack the metals. But yeah, either way, this is probably putting a pressure on them as well. This is putting pressure just in its own right, rather than it just being taken advantage of. Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, so we are looking to potentially put in a lower high here, and then if we come and take out this low here, put in a lower, take it out. Obviously we don't know where the lower low will be, but we'll clearly put one in if we're lower than here. Then it will be game on for alt season. This, I think, pretty much is going to be my trigger for alt season, like the real alt season. Just one second. Yeah, this is going to be my trigger for the real alt season. So we'll keep an eye on that. Ethereum, Bitcoin as well. This is looking a little bit weaker. Come back down again to our important level. So we've got to try and hold this level. and well, hopefully make our way back up to here and break above. But again, if we lose this level, this is an important level, and it won't look good in much the same way that this didn't look good. But then we did get this happen, so Ethereum is doing some pretty wild things. US dollar pairing though, just clear as you like bull flag. So we're gonna have to see whether this just then just break to the upside, or whether we do get a larger correction. I mean, this will just be governed by the actual direction of Bitcoin itself. So just have a quick look at the stochastics. What are they telling us? 4 hour coming down. So is it going to give us a bit more consolidation at the level that we're at? 10 hour looking to start to maybe want to come down. 12 hour looking to start to potentially turn over. And then daily holding up there. The rest of them are going to be looking good. So just macro, generally speaking, this kind of just looks like we're just going to, trade, just hold at this level, trade sideways really. Maybe we'll have some wicks below, but I think they'll be picked up based on the larger trend. And then just preparing ourselves for the eventual, the inevitable move up to basically mid to high 40Ks. So yeah, that is it, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice, it's not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys. I'll probably do a wise update later on today, seeing as we're getting some nice price action there, to say the very least. Right, so yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.